Today I'm going to teach you how to become a reader. Hello, we're back again with another video. Welcome back, people. If you're new here, I'm Alice. We talk about books, we have chats, do vlogs, lifestyle, few car vlogs here and there, you know, a little bit of everything. So if you're looking for someone to stick on in the background whilst you're making yourself a meal, cleaning your room, doing that task you've been putting off for ages, or you just want someone to listen to, then I'm your gal. So consider hitting that subscribe button. It's completely free, but we are all about try before you buy on this channel. So, you know, shop around, watch a few videos. Welcome on in to the family. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. Let's get on with today's video. Now, I was racking my brain on what to do today's video about. For once, I got what I wished for, and it's not very hot in England, but it's very dark this morning, so I do apologise for this super intense lash on my face, but you're just gonna have to deal with it, okay? I'm so sorry. I was umming and ahhing on what to do today, and we had quite a few rogue ideas out there. I was really not sure what I fancied, and then I realised I was just in the mood to sit down, kind of chat to you guys. But I was thinking, you know, some people might find this channel and either they're not really a reader and they want to become a reader, or perhaps they do read but there's maybe things that could make their reading experience better that they don't know about. Enter today's video. We're going to talk about how to become a reader. Now, the term reader is very loose because this could literally make you a reader. Reading one word, you know what I mean. I'm just going to give you some of the things I think that you need for becoming a reader, and also let's talk about the different types of readers, because perhaps there's a type that you're interested in but you didn't know existed, or you didn't really know how to get there. So I thought we'd talk about that today. What do you think? Also, sorry, I'm a new girl, new woman, and my hair was going to be crazy. You kind of got this like half in between. Let me know what you think. I'm joking. Anyway, so fun fact, I'm reading this book at the moment. Spoiler alert. You've got this to look forward to. Do you know what? Enjoying it so far. Or am I just saying that? Dun dun dun. You'll have to come back for this video. Let's talk about probably the most standard reader. You just need a book, and I'd probably say a bookmark. You can get like long bookmarks. This is one I got from Vietnam. Now, you are supposed to take it out of the packaging, but I kind of like it with the packaging. I don't know, I'm a weirdo. I'd say get yourself a long one, or other ones. You can get little magnetic ones, very cheap on Amazon. You can get yourself a special one. Sometimes you can get them for free in places like Waterstones and that. It sort of depends if they have them, or you can literally just get a piece of paper or card. Make your own bookmark. Do you know what I mean? Basically, to be the most standard reader, you need a book and a bookmark. Do you know what? Technically, you don't even need a bookmark, but I'm not a fan of folding the pages. I think I used to do that when I was younger, and I kind of felt bad for the books, so I just used to copy what my dad did, because my dad would read me some stories. You know, this little fairy, rainbow magic fairy, you know what I'm talking about. He'd read me those, so he would fold them. So I think I just did it. I think in my heart of hearts, I'm a bookmark girl. Get yourself a bookmark, get yourself a book, you're a reader. Even if you read literally like one page every, I was gonna say 50 years, but no, that's you'd never get to the end of the book. Let's say every 5 days, you're still reading, you're a reader. Don't put pressure on yourself just because some people are reading bloody 20 books a month, which I still don't understand how that's physically possible, just saying, but it's okay, we'll get there one day. I mean, wouldn't it be great if you could read 20 books a month? Because then I'd literally have read basically everything on my shelves, and I could just buy more books. Maybe I need to learn that. Maybe I shouldn't be teaching you how to become a reader. I need to be taught how to be even faster, you know. I'm joking. Reading is all about enjoyability for me. How much you enjoy it, how much you are feeling the book, and that's why, you know, there's no pressure if you start a book if you don't want to finish it. I just think you gotta have fun. It's a bit of escapism, it's a bit of like you time, but again can also be a social activity because you can talk to people about it. So I just think it's got to be something you take at your own pace, and this is why today's video is just showing you what's out there. It's not telling you to become any type of reader or follow the same things that I do. It's just to show you other things out there if that's what you want. Alright. Anyway, so that's probably what I would call a reader, right? Somebody that reads a book. Now, we can get a little bit more wild with it, okay? There's probably very many a variation of readers, but I feel like for me there's sort of three. There's kind of like what I just told you, your definition of a reader. Then I'd say you have sort of intermediate level where you kind of do some things extra than the average reader, but you also are kind of just an average reader. And then I would say there's the extra queens, and again, fantastic. I love watching those videos. I just don't know necessarily if I have the patience to do those kind of things. So let's talk about how I read, what I would call myself the sort of intermediate amount of things involved. Obviously, we still need our book and our bookmark, and I would then also say that along with your bookmark, you do also need spare bookmarks because you might have a second book on the go. I have a couple of other things that I use when I'm reading, but that's sort of it. First thing, Goodreads. If you haven't got Goodreads and you want to get into reading, this is a really great platform. You can use it on the app. You can also use it on the website as well. This is not spons. Would obviously love a Goodreads spons. Who wouldn't? Iconic. Yeah, this is obviously not sponsored, but I just very much enjoy the app, and I know a lot of other people that read enjoy the app as well. It's just a really good place to keep a track on what you've read, and also you can add your friends on there so you can see, you know, what they've read or their progress on the book, and you also get sort of charts and recommended books. This book is number 2 in the romance chart, for example. You can also get, when there's new releases, they'll tell you books that have come out that have been added into different genres. You can have another list with want to read. I don't do this because I get a little bit overwhelmed, but you can just add books to your want to read. I only do the currently reading and the read one, but that's just because for me my want to read is limited to what's on my shelf because I'm not allowing myself to buy any more books because I have too many to read already. So yeah, I just think you can kind of experiment with that how you wish. So yeah, give it a go. It's a free app. You don't have to pay. Why not give it a little go? So the other thing I do is I use my notes section on my laptop or my phone. Obviously they sync up. Apple. We're living in an Apple world, guys. No, I'm joking. Are you Apple or Android? Let me know in the comments down below. Go on, tell me right now. Thank you. So yes, I use my notes app. I can explain why. I like to have 2 notes. So the first one is annotations. So for books that I have, that physical books not read on a Kindle, I will write down page numbers of quotes or certain feelings I had throughout the book. And the second note I have is books wrapped, kind of stolen from Spotify, so I'm sorry. And it just has all of the books I've read, a star rating, a spice rating, would I recommend it, and a review. And this just helps me keep a record of what I've read that year, but also how I felt about it, the ratings, and it also helps me recommend books to people because someone says, oh, I want something spicy, I can look at a book that maybe I gave a high spice rating to, and yeah, I don't know, I just find it kind of helpful. I do it by years rather than just like a total read note because otherwise I think it gets a little bit overwhelming. So yeah, I just do it like that. Now we'll talk about the other way people do that in the next category, but that's how I do it. Keep it chill, just write what I want. Now actually, if you'd be interested, I'll read you some of my annotations because when I go back and read them, sometimes they really do make me giggle because I just say the most random things. Honestly, pretty iconic. So let me know if you're interested. I have 2 more things that I use in reading, which I don't really think are groundbreaking as such, but they're pretty fun. So I have this little reading light. It actually needs a new battery, but how fun is that? And it has 2 modes. It has like this more like warmer shade, and then it has this brighter shade, and it's just great. You can literally clip it on your book. It's like a bookmark like this, and then you just read and read and read. You can angle head. It's great. So I got it in this obnoxious green because green is my favorite color and I just think it's funny. But yeah, I think this is a good thing for a reader because if you're trying to read a book at night, you don't want the super bright light on. It doesn't strain your eyes, and also if you're around other people, it doesn't wake them up. So I feel like this is a good little thing to have in your let's become a reader pack. That's kind of the main things I use. Now the other one, which I would maybe argue this is in a slightly different category as well, but I do own a Kindle. My boyfriend bought this for me me for my last birthday, and that was because we were also going traveling, so it meant I could take my books with me on here. Now, I do very much enjoy the Kindle for reading books that are maybe a bit more spicy. You know the stereotype with Kindle books you don't necessarily want to have the copy of, like you're not that bothered by it but you still want to read it. So this is kind of what I read on the Kindle. I do very much like on the Kindle you can make your own annotations on the book as you go, so I do make my annotations on here for Kindle books. I don't write them down. You can just kind of highlight a sentence or highlight a word and make a little note, so I do enjoy that. Let's talk about the last type of reader. This is something you can do if you're interested in it. I personally, for one, probably don't have the patience nor the, what's the word? Not accountability, but to maintain it. I'm very likely to kind of, like, I'm good at habits and I'm good at keeping consistent with things, but when I have too many things I need to keep consistent with, I just get overwhelmed and then I end up not doing any of them. So I feel like I've got a good amount to be consistent with at the moment, so it'd probably be too much for me, but it might not be too much for you. So the other things I say that you could add into your reading routine if you want to become this type of reader is we have the annotators. So these are obviously people that annotate the books themselves. Usually you can buy those like little sticky tabs that you can stick on the book. Some people do it sideways, some people do it up, some people do it mixed up. Everyone does it how they want to do it, and sometimes people get highlighters involved, pens, whatever you want to do. Now personally, I haven't yet been able to bring myself to actually draw on a book, but you know, if that's something that you want to do, I mean, it's your copy, and I think that it'd be such a lovely gift for someone as well, like giving them their favorite book and you've read it and you annotated it, or your favorite book and you annotated it for them so they can kind of like see your thought process and stuff. I don't know, I think that's quite cute. I've seen some really good ones on TikTok, so if you want some inspiration, maybe typing book annotation on there. Some people get really fancy with it, but I think you just got to do it whatever speaks to you. Find the colour scheme that you want to do, or if you just want to do random colours, do random colours, you know. And also I think just remember, like, don't be too hard on yourself, because maybe your first book that you annotate isn't going to be necessarily super aesthetic, but also it doesn't need to be aesthetic. That's just like people that do it on TikTok. If you want to make it aesthetic, that's like an aim for you, then obviously it's going to come with practice, so don't be so hard on yourself. Just give it a go, you know, enjoy it, enjoy the process, and I think it would be something fun to do. Like, I'm sure we'll do it one time or so on this channel. Maybe we'll do it once and we'll never be able to turn back. We'll definitely give it a go. Okie dokie, the last layer we have to this becoming a reader, I'm going to call them the journalers, the people that have a reading journal. Not only do I snaps and claps you for being able to maintain a journal anyway, I snaps and claps you 10 times hard for being able to maintain a reading journal, because they look so fun. I love it when I see those videos pop up on TikTok or YouTube and it's somebody creating a new spread for a book and they have all these trackers and their favorite book of the month and the favorite book of the year and how many stars and Hall of Fame. I love it, and there's so many ideas on there. I think that's such a lovely way to monitor what you've read, and I think that's so nice. And again, maybe we'll have to try it one time on this channel. I mean, again, like I just told you, I do get a bit overwhelmed when I have a lot of things to hold me accountable to. Perhaps we will try that in the future. But if you want to try it, honestly, go for it and let me know how it goes in the comments down below, because that's just fun. I do think they look so fun, and they get those little printers and they print out the covers and they stick it on and stuff. I just think that looks so fun, and also how cool to have all of that in your stationery collection, you know? It's very subjective, be as it will. Obviously, all things are going to cost different amount of things, so you got to do what works for you, you know? But honestly, I find that sometimes just a book and a bookmark is all you need. Keep it simple, keep it low key. I think you got to do what makes you happy. That's the #1 rule in life, right? If you want to become a reader, give all of this stuff a try. Maybe you'll never know. Maybe I could be somebody that loves making a reading journal, but I never know, because I just think that I wouldn't keep it up or whatever. It's all about giving it a try, and we definitely will at some point. Let me know what kind of reader you are, or what you do with your reading time, or what you'd like to be, what you're gonna try. Honestly, I love it. I love it so much. It's such a great hobby. I've got so many other videos on my channel talking about how great of a hobby reading is, how good it is for you mentally, physically, emotionally. Yeah, I'll never stop talking about how much I love reading. Sorry about that. Right, well, that's that for today's video. Don't worry, we'll be back soon with some more fun, exciting videos. I feel like this one was very chill, very sit down and chat, kind of old school vibes, you know? That's what we are. That's what we are. What can I say? Without further ado, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Have you subscribed? Thank you very much. And as always, until the next one, I'll see you then. Bye! Oh, my voice did something weird there. Last few books are okay. Zoomies.